Hey, how y'all doing? So I'm finna explain this video. I already recorded the video, but this is like a whole nother day. And I need to explain this video that I'm finna post because it's very like direct. It's like, yeah. the message just straight cutthroat to the point. And people gotta realize when you deal with the Holy Spirit, like you're dealing with different entities, and each entity has a personality and a character about itself. So you're dealing with God, who I think is like kind of stern and funny. God is stern and funny to me. Jesus, he funny, but he got that compassionate nature about him too. So Jesus is funny too, but he's compassionate. When I deal with the Holy Spirit is cutthroat. He don't care about your feelings. He on earth to perform a purpose, and he's here to do that purpose. He's going to convict you. He's going to make you cry. Like, that's just how the Holy Spirit comes. So this vision is not in the context of Jesus, which is compassionate, nor is it like, well, it could be God because it's kind of stern, but it really is coming cutthroat. And that's how I'm speaking, so I'm not trying to offend nobody. This video is really addressed to the negligent parents out there, not the ones that's trying. You know, I already sent prayers out to us parents that trying out here and just working with what we got. But these negligent parents, that's who this message is addressed to. And also, because I'm trying to go back to the dream. So, in the video that you're going to see, I'm going to talk about, it was a parent that came at me the wrong way, and it kind of set me off. So, I told you anytime I have and I also told you that anytime I have an encounter is an angel. So this person who's in the form of a parent of those kids that came at me just in this indirect way created this rage in me in the vision. And I guess the Holy Spirit is saying I needed that rage to push this message. Like, this not one of those, ooh, hey, hope everybody doing good. Come on, let me get. He said it's not one of those type of messages. Like, it's just really just a straight cutthroat message to those parents that are negligent with these kids out here. So that's why I had this encounter with this parent, and it was just revealed to me that there was an angel. I feel stuffy, but it was just revealed to me that there was an angel, and that's why it came in the form of an angel, because it kind of threw me off. Like, the character of this parent threw me off, because it's like you'll be more appreciative of those that's trying to help you. But this person came a certain way, but this person did mention, and you will see in the video where I say this person mentioned something about a man that had been watching the kids. So it was like the angel stepped in. But, you know, yeah, I don't want to confuse y'all because y'all ain't even think what I'm saying. So I'm just trying to break this down right here. I was going to redo the whole video because I feel like maybe it's being too harsh to people, you know, and I'm trying to have a compassionate nature. And the way the Holy Spirit came in me, that's the energy I need to give. And actually, I was way more calmer when I did that video than how I felt in the actual vision. And that's the energy that need to be portrayed, you know, and that's why this angel came in the form of this disrespectful parent. I guess that's a pet peeve of mine. So that's why it came in that form, to create that type of rage that I needed to have, to just speak the way I need to speak dealing with this, because I'm always compassionate. Ooh, give me a hug. Ooh, hey. And it's like, nah, this ain't that. Like, the seriousness of these negligent parents. So yeah, I'm just breaking this down for y'all. This a whole nother day, but I'm giving y'all an overview of the video I'm finna post that's dealing with these kids and these negligent parents. It's not for the parents that's trying, but for the negligent parents out there. That's what this for. And also, I had spoke on a part of the end of the video. I just gave my opinion about Satan and Enoch and them angels, them fallen angels, and I was just speaking on there a little bit. I probably speak on there a little more, dealing with that. And I spoke, and I was just talking about how it was a set of angels that cannot get redemption under no kind of level. Like, they betrayed God to the level that God said it ain't no redemption for these angels, and they are considered watchers. And I look at Satan, And he get to float around through the heavens and get to have conversation with God and do all this other extra stuff. But the other angels, they are like chained to hell right now. Like they gonna be unchained. They gonna be cut loose now. But right now, God got them chained down to hell. They chained down in hell right now. And I was just speaking a little bit about the dynamics of those two. And God did give me a revelation. He didn't tell me the dynamics of this, but he did give me a revelation, kind of in a way confirming what I was saying about Satan got a relationship with God. What people don't want, what people fail to realize, Satan got some kind of relationship with him for him to be able to talk to him, chop it up, and do what he be doing with him. Because these other angels, they can't do nothing dealing with God and nothing dealing with him. Period. Like he got so much rage, and his wrath toward them is so strong, and the wrath that he got toward them, you know, he might have a wrath toward Satan, but it ain't like at that level of these angels that he got chained in hell right now. So I speak on there a little bit. I might get more in depth with it. It's, you know, I get more revelation. It's stuff I can't speak on. This was revealed to me, but I can't speak on it. And it's dealing specifically with what I've just been observing about the situation. Dealing with Satan and God. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. And I'm finna post this video. I did have a Saturday Sabbath. This was a Saturday video, so it's high alert, and it's a warning video. And it's a warning dream and vision that God gave me. So this is a high alert type video. I did send prayers up on behalf of the children, on behalf of the negligent parents, and also on the parents that are really just trying out here. So I already sent prayers up. I'm continue to send prayers up. And I'll just talk to y'all later. Hey, how y'all doing on today? Yes, it's a Saturday Sabbath. And you know, I told you God, you know, I'm the most, like, as far as my spiritual gifts, it's the most, like, magnified on Saturdays. Anything I dream or see on a Saturday is extremely significant. I'm desensitized, so I might not show no emotion. I might be talking like a robot, but it's extremely serious. I don't have to sit there screaming and holler to make a statement. But just know, if I see anything, any visions on Saturday, the warning is magnified. So today, this is a warning. It's magnified. Really, I normally do my business like earlier, and you know, I was just going through my day, so I called myself just trying to get a little rest in, because for some reason, and it could be spiritual, and it could be these visions, but sometimes I just feel like I'm just not getting enough rest. Like I be asleep, but I just feel like I just don't get enough rest. So I call myself laying down. I was like, okay, let me take a little nap and lay down. So when I take a nap and lay down, I have two visions. So one vision looked like it went into the other vision. So I'm going to speak on it right now. And then I'm just going to see where the conversation go. Anything that I speak, unlike other people, when God comes to me, it's directly. So I have to start speaking. Sometimes I have to just babble about something, and then it'll jump into what it needs to jump into. That's how God do me. Some people, they, you know, can, okay, let me write this down. I'm going to say it like me. It's like first party, and it's like on the spot. So whatever come out my mouth on the spot, take heed to what I say. It's not something that was thought of a week before, and then I'm like, okay, let me say this. Let me say that. It's in the now. So if I speak or say anything to anybody, just know to take heed and take it serious. Because like I said, I'm assigned to do warnings. So that's what I do. So that's what this is too, a warning. For the kids out here and these parents. Yes, I got a word for these parents out here. And I got and the warning is going toward these kids out here. So I'm finna get into this vision, this dream. I was gonna push it back, but if I push it back, I'm not gonna remember it. God gonna remove the memory of it from me. So I need to do the video now. You can come out and play for a little bit. I'm just doing the video, and then I'm going inside, okay? No water. You can't play in no water. And last time I was doing the video. The kids felt like I was distracted. They done took a whole water hose. Just they ain't never did that before. When they know they can't have no water hose on the porch, they just took this water hose, spraying everything down. I was like, So let me lay these rules out right now. So yeah, back to what I was saying. If I wait, this vision is not gonna be fresh on my mind. And like I said, it's a download. So I have to record, and as I record and speak on what I'm seeing, he's removing stuff from my memory to put more stuff in my memory. So this is how he told me to move. I know other people more organized, do it how they do. Okay, cool. But this is how he got me doing it. So this is how I'm doing it. He cool with how I'm doing it. And everything is just where it needs to be. He ain't put no pressure on me to do it no other way. So hey, not right now. He did come to me about this book I probably be writing that I ain't wrote, that I ain't had the encounter to write yet. That recently came to me. But back to this vision that I had before. It just, because now it's fresh on my mind so I can speak on it. It's slowly going away as I speak on this other stuff though. Yeah, so in this vision, it's me and my kids. We in the vehicle, like we driving. It seemed like I was just like leaving from school or something. So I'm just driving with my kids in the car. And when I get my kids in the car, based on this vision, it seemed like I knew this routine. Like I knew like how everything, like the structure of how everything supposed to go. Like this is something that I regularly do, like dropping the kids off, picking the kids up from school. So I knew, and I was familiar with the surrounding in the area of the process that's dealing with, you know, just picking my kids up, dropping my kids off at school. So in the vision, it just seemed like I had my two kids in the car, my older kids, and we all were just riding. And whenever I'm in a vehicle, that's a form of protection. So in the vision, I'm in the vehicle with me and my kids, and we driving. And it looked like I was driving like a route to school. Like I either was dealing with dropping kids off or picking kids up from school. That was the route. And so, you know, me and my kid, we are in a vehicle, which is a form of protection in all my dreams. So while I'm in a vehicle.
Mom, I think the dogs pooped on my drawing palette.
Okay, well, throw it away. Yeah, throw it away.
I cannot throw it away because it's still over there.
Okay, I get it. They done left their stuff outside, and then they talking about, yeah, they left they tablet, they drawing stuff outside, in the yard, in the dirt, in the ground. Then they complain that it's dirty. Take care of your stuff. You can't complain about it when some of everything jump on you. You got outside in the dirt in the ground now. What you gotta do is you gotta be responsible. My kids. You gotta be responsible and put up your prized possessions. Don't throw your pearls to swines. So, yeah, back to what I was saying. You out here got your prized possessions, then you want to complain to me? That's the byproduct of your consequences behind your actions. So deal with it. Don't put me in it. So yeah. No water type, Corwin. No water. No water. Cause we finna go in the house in a little bit anyway. Okay, just a little bit for your pint. But so in this vision, all my visions, I have come to the conclusion that whenever I'm in a vehicle, it's a form of protection just being inside the vehicle. So me and my kid, we in the vehicle, we riding around. I looked and I noticed that it was some girls. It seemed like it was like 2, maybe 3 girls, and it seemed like they normally walk together. But this time when I was driving past these girls, they were split, they were separated. So in the vision, I'm not expecting the girls to be separated, because I'm expecting them, okay, they walking together, they walking in the group, they walking in the crowd. So when I see them, and I see that they're like split up, separated, at this point, because I'm a stranger to these kids. You know, I'm a stranger to them, but I'm trying to get this warning out to these kids. So I tell my daughter, I said, let the window down right quick. And when I was telling her to let the window down, because I wasn't even expecting to see them separate, but when I seen them separated, I knew that these kids was in danger at this point. Like, I knew they was in danger because of how they was walking, and one was all the way back here, one of them all the way drifted all the way to the front, the left, one of them all the way in the back. So when I see the setup, I tell my daughter, let that window down. So when I tell her let the window down, I just told the little girl, I said, that girl who you walking with that's in the back, I said, you wait on her. I said, don't walk and separate from that girl. I said, y'all make sure y'all walking together. That's what I was telling them. And this girl right here, even though she was like in the front, she looked like she had a little girl that was younger than her that she was walking with. So like they all might have been walking from school or to school or something like that. So when she let the window down, not even just trying to even talk to her, because I already know, you instilled that don't talk to strangers to your kids. So I wasn't even trying to come. I'm still trying to respect that what we tell our kids about not talking to strangers. But I told her, I said, that girl right there, the one that walk with you all the time, I said, y'all need to make sure y'all walk together at all times. Do not separate from that little girl. I said, when y'all in the group, always walk in the group. I said, y'all the safest when y'all in the group. Do not split up from that girl. I said, y'all need to be together all the time, especially if y'all walking by yourself like this. So that was the warning I had sent to this little girl. So when I sent the warning to the little girl, the parent just popped up in the vision. And the parent was going off on me about telling them kids they need to stay in the group if they're going to be together. Y'all been in the group. You got these group that done split up. They done divided. They walking all kind of ways. Y'all ain't in no group no more. And the parent came at me about saying something about telling the kids to even just get in this group, that they need to be together. Like, under no circumstances do you, as young as y'all live, need to be walking separate. Y'all already in danger anyway, but if you're in the crowd and you're in the group, you safer than if you split off. And you all the way up here and this person all the way back there. So what you need to do is you need to wait on the one that's in the back, tagging along. And y'all need to be grouped up together as y'all walk. So in the vision, this parent got irate. Like, she was going off in this vision about me telling them kids what they need to be doing. Like, just really just being very transparent about what they need to be doing. And in the vision, she said, well, you stop. And when you stop, she said something about it was a man or something around. So I guess when I had stopped, it probably was somebody already looking at these kids when I stopped and told them they need to wait. And she kind of said, because the way she was talking, it was like she just popped up. And she was talking about me saying something about the kids. And then she said, it was another vehicle or another, like, it probably was a man around just watching these girls. But I jumped in and intervened before the man could even do or say anything to the girl. But one way or another, she had something to say to me because I stopped the girls. Like, I don't know if it had something to do with don't talk to, like, I don't know what's her reasoning with her coming the way she was coming. But this what was going on in this vision. So she said something, then I told my kid, I said, shoot, I probably saved those kids. And I said it like that. And then the dream jumped in the vision. I'm looking for this parent because I'm finna confront this parent. Because like in the dream, she just popped up and then she disappeared. So then the dream kind of shifted around and we was like in the school building. So while we in the school building, I'm like looking for this person who came in me. So whoever this person was, I'm walking through classroom, like I'm trying to find this person, and I don't see this lady or this parent of those girls. This is the parent of those girls. I don't see her in the school. So at that point, I went to get me like some crushed ice. And as I went to get some crushed ice, they were sealing the outside of the schools. And for some reason, the ice machine was connected to them sealing the school down. And I couldn't get my ice. I had to go on another level to get ice. But, and that was the vision right there. I had a vision before that dealing with kind of like the same thing, dealing with these kids in danger. Then I had this vision and it's dealing with these kids in danger. So, this is a warning. This is Saturday Sabbath. Everything I see happen, it's in motion. So, my word to the people out there, y'all need to have a talk, especially if y'all got y'all kids walking to and from school. You need to have a talk with how to be safe while walking to and from school. You need to have a talk with your kids and explain to them how to be safe while they walking to and from school. That's the first thing. You need to explain how the importance of being in groups if you got to walk to and from school and not walking alone. If you walk alone, you're gonna be at higher risk as a child. If you walking alone, you're gonna be at higher risk. Period. But if you in a group, the same way with the motorcycle. If you ride in a group, then you got an eyewitness. Y'all kind of can look out for each other. But if you get to send your child out to school, they walking alone, you putting them at risk. Period. It's not really safe right now. But everything that's going on, especially in this city, it's not safe for you just to send your child to school and just think they're gonna be okay walking to school, walking home. Cause this ain't what we grew up, what they growing up with and have to deal with. We ain't have to deal with all that. So you were stuck in your mindset of your generation when you had to walk to and from school, and you send them to school, and it's been a shift, and you stuck, and whatever you stuck in, and you thinking that you just packing up their backpack, letting them walk every day to go to and from school, that they're gonna be okay, and you putting them at risk. So to the parents, because I finna go off in this vision. So that's pretty much how I'm feeling right now. Like, I just got this, like, God said ain't nothing gonna make sense. And with these parents, it ain't making sense. Like, you have a responsibility to keep your child safe. That's your responsibility as a parent, to do everything you can to protect your kids that God has given you temporarily. Till He called them back. Your job is to protect these kids that He has given you. Not just send them out there, no protection, no nothing, and then just set them up for the wolves to get them. That's not what you're supposed to be doing as a parent. You're supposed to be teaching them about the dangers of the real world, because they're going to be in the real world, and there's nothing safe about it. Like my other vision, when I was talking about God's chick, my daughter didn't take heed to what I was saying, and I kept talking about how we in danger. Like, we really is in danger. And if you got a little child that got to walk to and from school, they really in danger every day. Because the possibility somebody going to snatch them or something going to happen to them before they even make it to their destination. And you sitting at home, they walking to school, they got to walk home. You don't know what's going on in between the time of them leaving your house to actually make it to school, which might be an hour or maybe 2 hours before they actually get there if they're walking. You don't know what's going on in that time. But in your mind, all you thinking as a parent is they just going to and from school. You're not even factoring in the fact that it's going to be people preying on these kids that's going to and from school and watching them. So, I don't know what it is and what's going on with these parents. But I'm about ready to go off on this lady. I just couldn't find her. And if I was going to find her, I was going to go off on her. And that vision, I would just look for that lady. I was just looking for her so I could just shoot off on her. For one, about putting her kid, and she knows she got her kids in harm's way. Like, how can you not know? Tell me that. Y'all got common sense. Y'all ain't slow. How you can't figure that you sending your child to school and they gotta walk to school, they safe? Like, you tell me that much. You can't, because they ain't safe. You ain't even safe. You could barely go to the gas station or to the grocery store without being targeted. So what make you think your kids gonna be protected going to and from school in that wide range and ain't got no eyes on them, nothing? You just come loose and just throw them to the wolves. You just hope and pray that they come back home and go to school every day. But you do have people that's targeting them, and they watching the routine of what they doing, and they watching them go to school every day, and they watching them come home every day, and then it's only a matter of time before they attack. So that's what I got out of the dream. When they get to school, they protected, because in the dream I was trying to get some ice. And when I was trying to get some ice, I couldn't use the ice machine because it was like the windows had like this seal-proof like type of armor attached to it, and it was like closing. So I was like, dog, I can't get no ice. So if they get into school, while they in the schools, they will be protected in the schools. Like, they had like this security system in the school. I couldn't even get no ice. I was like, dog, they just shut the windows down now. I can't even get my ice. So they gonna be okay if they can be in the building. They're gonna be safe. But just being out and being exposed, no, they ain't safe. So parents, y'all need to do a better job. Y'all really need to do a better job. And y'all really need to do what y'all supposed to do as parents out here to protect your kids. I don't know what. I guess God, the Bible talk about them days. And it's been a flip of the role. The roles have been reversed. All the roles been reversed. It's just chaos right now, especially between the parents and their kids. Y'all need to get it together. Because you're going to be dealing with something you ain't going to want to deal with, and it's all from your carelessness. Just like when my daughter was telling me about her drawing pad and how she just left it outside. And then when it got damaged, because she just threw it in the grass somewhere, now she want to run and scream and complain about, ooh, this on my, the dogs, they pooped on my artwork, and they did this, but see, you was in a position where you could have put it up, and it wouldn't even got to that point. But because of your carelessness, now you want to point the finger at everybody else, but it's really you. So I'm pointing the finger at you. Parents, it's you. My daughter, when she left that artwork on the floor, and then she wanted out on the ground, and then all of a sudden now she want to talk to me about it's dirty. It's you. Y'all parents out here acting like my daughter. Y'all need to get it together for real. Cause I about to go off on that lady in that dream. Yeah, I was bored over. Like now I woke up, I didn't calm down. But in that dream, I was so mad at that parent. I was finna confront her. I was like, I need to find that lady. That's how I walked through the school. I was like, I'm finna find this lady right here and go off. And then, like I said, for those who, parents that are trying to do right, just make sure you talk to your kids about safety, about being in a group. They need to be in a group. They need to be in a group. Period. It's no other way around it. You can't send your child to school by themselves to walk by themselves every day. It's possibility something might happen to them between the time that they go to school, get back home. So you gotta come up with a better plan than that. You gonna have to. So if not, then whatever happened, and you just have to deal with the consequences on the back end, and that's something you ain't gonna want to be dealing with. So figure out a better way to do it than sending them off to walk on their own, and you got these predators that's looking and watching these kids. So yeah, so that's what was going on, and I just had a vision before that dealing with the same thing. So the radar going off, the spiritual radar going off, ding 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 ding. It's important. It's important, because y'all gonna see the attack is finna drift and shift to the kids. You finna see a lot of stuff finna happen with the kids. You know how my vision be, y'all. Y'all been with me long enough. When I was talking about them motorcycles, I spoke it, boom, motorcycle accident. I'm ahead of time. So I'm delivering the message before time actually catch up. And when time catch up, it's manifesting. You can't do nothing to change the outcome of the situation. Once time is involved and catch up to what I'm saying, it's set in stone at that point. So I'm ahead of time. So since I'm ahead of time, you got options. You can change the outcome. I'm ahead of time. Some stuff be set in stone. God, it just depends on, some stuff is, he'll have mercy about the situation. Some stuff I see, that's just what it is. Some stuff I see, yeah, you could change through prayer, through intercession. It can be changed. It's a variable in the equation. Everything I see is not a variable, but some stuff I see is a variable. So if I'm coming before time and I'm telling you to take heed, it's going to be an attack on these kids during this school time. Cause I keep dreaming about school setting. I keep seeing all these kids walking. That's gonna be the next target. So I'm just putting the word out. Y'all parents gonna have to do better. If not, you're gonna reap the consequences behind it. You gonna reap the consequences behind it, because you should have had a better setup for your child. And I can't feel no kind of way behind it. And that's just how I feel on it. So I just had that vision dealing with that. What else you want me to speak on, God? Okay, I sent the warning for these parents out here. Yeah, I need my I just sent the warning for the parents that they got a responsibility for these kids to keep them safe. So you got a responsibility to keep your kids safe. Why you keep putting your kids in harm's way? And then crying when they're actually like abused. But you put them in harm's way though. Because see, you as a parent, you got to use your discernment. You got to use like wisdom. You got to have knowledge. You got to use the signs, your intuition. You got to use all those things to protect your child. Or your child not going to be protected out here. And the wolves are going to get them. And you're going to have to use all your senses to figure it out and say, okay, and trust God in this process and figure it out. Because it's good people out here, but it's bad people and evil people too. So you can't just trust everybody you see because they got a smile on their face. Satan, what he say, Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. Don't he talk about the wolves in the sheep clothing? So if the Bible's speaking on all that, that means that you need to have your guards up against everybody. Everybody. So, okay, what else I'm going to speak on? And you know what else just came to me? You know, if you ain't properly prepared them now, so you got time as a parent to train them up and get them ready to be cut loose and put into the world. But you're going to do your part. You was going to have to do your part as a parent out here to make sure they got everything they need and they equipped to be able to function as an adult out here. And that's just my opinion on and how I feel about the situation. And I'll just talk to y'all later. But even though I was like, because the way the parent came at me in the vision, it was just it just set me off on the inside. So, and I look at some of the stuff that go on, it just set me off on the inside. So I'm going to pray, and I'm going to start intercessing over some of these parents so that they can properly guide their children. They need that. I was reading the book of Enoch, and really, God hears the prayers of the righteous. So if you're righteous, if you consider righteous in God's eyes, then he will listen to you. And it just like, if you got this righteousness on you, it's just like your voice can be heard. And so, but your voice can be heard even if you sin, because you call Jesus, he gonna come on the scene. But he have this favor that he has on the righteous, so to speak. He has this type of favor on them. And I'm just going to do my part and just pray about the situation, pray over the parents, pray over the kids too. But you're going to see an increase, and it's going to be an increase in attacks against kids. I just had this vision today. So time ain't caught up with it, but when time catch up with it, it's going to start manifesting. You're going to start seeing more attacks toward kids. It's going to start being documented in the news. You're going to see it. You're going to see more reports of kids being abused and stuff like that. So, I'm just, putting the word out. I don't want to just leave on this enraged. I was like, let me pray. Because I read the book of Enoch, and I saw how the angels was going to Enoch, like, can you pray on their behalf? And when Enoch went to God on behalf of the angels that rebelled against him, God said, the angels supposed to speak on your behalf. You ain't supposed to speak on their behalf. And it kind of stuck with me. So it's intercession and stuff. It's like a whole little system that's going on currently to deal and combat everything. So I just have to do my part. Pray for those parents. Pray for all these kids. Pray that, that they heed to the voices. Because that's going to keep them out of danger. That's all I got to say on that. Real quick, when I was listening to the book of Enoch, it talk about these group of angels that were called watchers. And these watchers, there basically was like, it wasn't no redemption for these particular angels. And so when I look, and I'm just speaking on my opinion right here, when I got through listening, and my interpretation and my take on it was, these angels are actually chained to hell. Like they chained, they cannot come out under no circumstances. Like God is so mad toward these group of angels that really corrupted humankind. And then I look at Satan, and I'm like, dog, he get to go in and out the heavens. He get to have open conversations with God. I was telling my daughter, people don't really understand that Satan actually got a relationship with God. Like he sit there, hey God, let me test your servant Job. Let me do this, let me do that, let me test him. He only doing it for this, he only doing it for that. The relationship he got with Satan is way different than the abomination and the judgment that he placed on those angels that decided that they wanted to have relations with the men, with the sons of men, with us humans, and teach us all these hidden secrets of the heavens and just a whole lot of stuff that we should not have been exposed to. These angels exposed us to all of this stuff. So and these group of angels, when I was listening, they even brought up Eve. You know, we look and we be like, ooh, Satan, he tested Eve in the garden. But then when I read Enoch, it speak on Eve and it speak on these particular angels, and in a sense. But it was real short dealing with Eve. I'm gonna have to read it again, but I'm just gonna keep these people in my prayer. And God, my spirit, it been coming to me about the Enoch, because we going right back into that. But we not going back into that because of sin. See, God has destroyed all that because those fallen angels had corrupted. It was so much corruption, and they was breeding, having babies, and doing all this stuff with humans. And it was completely against God. And God said he had to destroy everything behind it. He had to destroy everything behind it, this corruption and stuff that was going on. And the influence that these angels that were sent to protect and watch how they abused their position of power, and they went totally against what God had instructed them to do. So I'm reading about that, because everybody just be like Satan, but it was a whole group of angels, and these angels, they chained down and been chained down, and woo, this other group of angels, I'm like, now Satan, now he just be like, okay, let me do this, let me do that. You know, it's kind of like, but them other ones, them watchers, God said it wasn't no redemption for them. He said, ain't no redemption for them angels. And yeah, and I'm just gonna talk to y'all later.